Yeah, I'm fine now. Alright, I'm back. Phone's hooked up. So, we're on day 2. It's morning, I think, still. We just did the autopsy of the dead body. Yeah, it's still early morning. Look at the task list. What? Okay, we can call Alice again now. And we have to get the chain cutters.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Yes. The armor was produced by Fairweather in their facilities in Bétancourt, sur la Clé in 42. It was part of a special order for Corps de Pharmacie, a security firm contracted to protect the interests of Oranese pharmaceutical companies in the Seminine conflict. So, it seems the armor went to Seminine. That's where the paper trail ends, though. Even the firm has proven difficult to track. Corps de Pharmacie has been renamed several times over in the years since the armor was issued.
What's it called now?
The most recently registered firm that the ICP has been able to connect to the CDP is a military contractor called Trinell, and the one before it was Downwell. I think they might be the same contractor.
Okay.
A suit of armor like this would have been manufactured with a particular person's physique in mind. You should ask for whom this suit was fitted.
Yes, but the ICP tends to be reluctant to share private sector records. I could try to talk them into it, though.
Do it.
Sure. Call back tomorrow. Hopefully I will have more information for you then. 57's
Okay.
over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering.
Toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not...
The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are
We should
long
just take
and
everything,
sleek.
right?
Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue.
Okay.
Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts...
Sweet. Let's finish that autopsy. Whoa, there's a lady up there. Okay.
The rotting man lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. The belt is still around his neck. His body is supine and open to intrusion. By autopsy,
I plan to intrude.
the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Cut the belt.
Mm-hmm. Cut with as much precision as you can, please.
See, My pig is gonna fuck his head off.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
I am pretty boring.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east. The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there, steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
A red check cannot be retried. Oh, jeez. I'm not very good at this.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already they're buried deep in the man's flesh. Then you rotate them to get a better hold. Then
Rotate.
a really, really bad smell is coming from there now. And some kind of cracking sound.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that faggoty. Corpse fucking time.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
Damn it.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy.
Yeah, let
He
him.
sinks the cutters into the knot, preparing to perform the cuts, with his elbow to his knee for precision. Snap. The knot is slashed.
Damn it.
Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
Hopefully I didn't screw it up too badly.
Here. The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck, on the nape. Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters. Chest is intact,
Okay.
normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant. Pelvis intact. Genitalia.
Ooh.
Now, let's get out and see.
I fucking knew it.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury. Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
Yeah, that's a lot of scarring.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars. Last item, hands. Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle. Ooh,
Okay.
that's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Guess we have to go inside.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
Oh, I should say the moral of the story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
The brain's very vulnerable to compromises its blood supply. That's the moral.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
Hey, at least we make him grin.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous. You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh,
Oh, hey,
like the
Gigi.
creaking of an old house at night.
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact.
We're just performing an
Unremarkable.
autopsy right now.
Respiratory system.
Okay.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
I'll look inside.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Hepatobiliary. Na.
Sure.
Same for toxicology and serology. Na. Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging. Gastrointestinal.
Ugh.
This will do.
Will it?
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
Let's keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
Describe
Let's see.
injuries.
We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
Okay. What's the 4th one?
Nothing. Just in case. Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
What's an odontologist?
And your opinion, officer?
Non-fatal post-mortem. Yeah.
Agreed. Next injury?
Contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
You better write that down.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Non-fatal.
Right. Next. A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
I guess he could have already been dead when they dragged him out in here and hung him. Or hanged him. But, huh. I'd assume, I wonder if the fact that we're leaving a 4th field there is like a hint from the game that there's something that we don't know yet. Now, there's no signs of clawing on the neck, but they said that they drugged him. It could either be that they're telling the truth, they drugged him and they killed him by hanging him, or maybe they killed him some other way, maybe a poison or something, and then just hung the dead body? Oh, let's put A.
That's it. We have established cause of death. It's not much, and it leaves much to be questioned. But it's a start. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
Okay.
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg
Oh no, you can't drive him anywhere yet.
for processing.
I just want to get those boots off him.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse. I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
That's true. There's always something. Who are you?
No reply. However many times you keep asking.
Please stop trying to perform a necromantic ritual. We have other things to do.
But I wanna. Oh, damn it. Let's just try this.
You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with its swollen organs. Maybe you should be more thorough.
Sure, let's look in his pants again.
You pull down his breeches.
Oh my
Marbling is
gosh.
present around the crotch.
Can't get enough of that dick.
Well,
Do you think we missed something?
there's something we're not seeing.
Okay, well,
I just don't know what.
we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body if we want to conduct another examination, and we need to do it fast.
Can't just hang out here.
If you want for this task to slowly become impossible, then yes. Otherwise, no. He's been hanging out far too long already. We need to ice him. It would have to be industrial in size. Let's start by asking Gart at the Whirling in Rags and the Fritz store down at the gates. If they don't know, but only if all else fails.
Alright.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano, man? You want a piece of the Kuno? Wanna get fucked?
Only if all else fails.
Or remember the buttons on that intercom over there, on the side of the
Oh,
building
okay.
next to the Whirling.
Thank you, Logic.
One was for Revachol Ice City. Perhaps
This is one task we cannot sideline. With every hour, whatever we are looking for will be...
Okay, let's go do it then.
indirect modes of taxation. Turns out those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Rivasholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fair tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it, preacher man. Set the brothers free. Taxes are racist.
Sure. So we're still internalizing fascism, and we're still sobering up. Let's see, we can learn 2 more things. How many skill points do we have? We have 1. What is this? Are any of these, like, not good things we should get rid of? This is purely positive. This is amazing. This isn't all that important anymore. We could get rid of this. And this is kind of negative unless we want to pick ultra-liberal options. Which, I mean, we can do. Okay, so let's call this ice thing.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Ice thing.
Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
Well, darn. So, we're gonna go in here. Ask Gart, hey, can we stuff a whole dead body in one of your eatery's refrigerators? Because that's very sanitary. No issues there.
Can I help you?
I need a fridge.
Yes, yes. For the dead body. You want to put a dead corpse into my fridge, right?
You got it.
Correct him.
I don't need to correct him. That is the gist of it.
Well, I have a fridge, and you're not putting it here.
What?
Because this is a culinary establishment, not a morgue. I can't believe you even asked me.
Kim suggested it.
It would only be for...
Lieutenant, you too? You're asking too? No. The answer is no. I will not turn this place into some kind of macabre circus.
He has a taxidermied bird right in front of him on the counter. It's all ready.
Let's go talk to the frit clerk.
Sure. All this because I still just have to get those boots. I wonder if I can show this guy my mug.
Looking for something?
Is this mug yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Was that yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
Damn.
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Well, it was worth trying. Oh, that's why we have so many points of morale. It's from our volition. Okay. Well, first, I have trash to throw away.
The tear machine stands in. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money
delicious.
appears with a satisfying. You're 100% sure you got special Hobocop money for that tear. At least 100% extra tear money. If the numbers on the machine told you otherwise, it's a lie.
Hobocop.
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know anything.
Yeah, do you have a fridge, actually?
Mm-hmm. Right behind you.
Oh, I need to store a corpse there.
You're joking, right?
Nope.
Okay. It wouldn't even fit, you know.
Are you sure?
Now that I'm looking at it, maybe a glass-doored fridge in a public grocery store isn't the best option for storing a corpse.
It would have been so beautiful.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. I don't know what to do with that. Where do we find a fridge? Let me call the ice place again one more time.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons. Silence. No one answers the doorbell.
Damn.
This button looks new.
Huh. This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter.
So let's see. If I equip the pry bar. Nah, that doesn't let me do it either.
Kuno care?
Hey, Kuno, I need a fridge.
For the fuck imp. Good thing you asked the Kunmeister. Kuno knows a fridge. Perfect for freezing
Awesome.
Bacon Man's in a rush. But what's in it for the Kuno? What's the return on Kuno's investment?
That's convincing.
By killing in his territory, someone has openly challenged Kuno. It's in his best interest to put them in their place.
That's a good idea.
A dark flame smolders in Kuno's eyes as he ponders your argument, wordless, like kings do.
Okay.
Alright, Kuno hears ya. See that shit house over there?
The collapsed building.
A cold comes over you as you glance behind him at the crumbling colossus there, casting a shadow on you.
Shivers.
You gotta get in that shit. In there, deep.
How do I get in?
Through the bookstore. You gotta beg the book bitch. Used to be you could get in there through the doorbell, jam that shit. Book bitch changed that. Kuno doesn't beg, so Kuno doesn't go there anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, book bitch, beggar. You stupid or something?
He means the bookstore. We have to ask. Plaisance is the mother of the little girl peddling books on the plaza. We have to ask Plaisance in the store.
Impressive note-keeping, Lieutenant.
Indeed.
See, the cloud gets it. Listen to your four-eyed friend.
What do you mean indeed?
Check the fucking basement, pig. Don't you know anything? Always check the fucking basement, recon style.
Okay.
There's a giant fridge down there. Fucking will fit, no problem. It looks like a white bear or some shit.
A white
Try
bear.
not to piss yourself when you see it.
A white bear? A polar bear?
You didn't hear it from Kuno, pig. But don't forget where you heard it from.
Kuno owns you now, pig. You're Kuno's property.
Sweet.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Thanks, Kuno. You're a real big help. Let's talk to the smoker woman before she flees. Maybe she saw something. Yeah. This way. Oh, this isn't... Okay. I thought this connected up to where she was smoking. Huh. How do we get up there? Okay, let's go to the bookstore. Who are you? Loose Radio City. Is that good?
Yes? Hello?
Who are you?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
I can see that from your title here.
If she's such a working-class woman, why isn't she working?
Yeah, shouldn't you be working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Good.
It is.
I'm a policeman.
I know you are.
Everyone can see that. The rectangles.
Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing.
Maybe your husband is missing.
My husband? No, he's not.
Then where is he?
I don't know. At home now? Out drinking with his friends? Working?
Where is this going, officer?
So what I'm hearing is you don't really know where your husband is.
Yes, but I don't really need to know where my husband is. Not all the time.
Wouldn't you like to?
No.
Well, I can totally help you find your missing husband.
Why are we still talking about this? I haven't lost my husband.
Maybe your cockatoo is missing.
I don't mean to disrespect, sir, but you are being a bit of a cockatoo here.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
Is your cockatoo missing?
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what?
I love pancakes.
It's a trap. Never ever say what.
Just wanted to make sure.
Great. Wonderful.
Are your children missing?
No, absolutely not.
Where are they?
Are you a policeman or a nanny?
I'm a nanny. Where are they?
They are not missing, sir.
You know where they are. They're at home, smoking, giving the ladder of vices a chance.
Are they at home smoking cigarettes?
What? That's just... My daughters are perfectly fine. They're with their friends down in Shamrock. There's nothing to worry about. They're almost grown up now anyway. They're past the age they need me protecting them from everything now.
How old are they?
My youngest girl, Jolie, is just shy of 16. Jenny, she is turning 18 next month. But we shouldn't even be talking about them.
What do they look like?
Why do you need to know this? Haven't I repeatedly told you that they're not missing? That they're in Shamrock, safe and well, at some stupid party?
A party? Yeah, I have to ask you these questions for my investigation.
There is no investigation here. I can tell you that.
Let's watch her.
Her hands move over the book covers. The tips of her fingers look rough, stained with yellow. It seems like she has spent a lot of time at work, smoking.
Alright.
The woman before you nods and returns to her reading.
We'll find her husband and children later. So, we need to get in that back room.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
We need to get to the fridge.
A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
Nope.
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own.
Okay, I wonder if we can distract her somehow and get back here.
The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the
Damn.
petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Okay.
Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
Too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
I must investigate beyond the threshold.
You do? My God, even more reasons not to mess with the curtains. Just step away, dear sir.
Is this about that curse?
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains.
I'm a police officer.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I am sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
I'll think about it.
Thank you. Let's just talk about this first, all right? There's no reason for you to venture into the unknown.
Talking is always good. Go see what she has to say. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you.
Let's ignore them for now.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies.
Yeah, what about the
of famous
curtains?
I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
It's just a storage room. Why do you have a Seminese word protecting it?
It's just for decoration. Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Just like Annette said, they don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
Ever sought help from anyone?
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
What about the law, though?
The wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear it's not enough.
Tell me more about the curse.
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
Okay.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements. There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Let's talk about her necklace.
Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales 15%.
Desert pygmy shamans. That sounds like a rather questionable way to describe a group of people.
It does, actually. I didn't even think about that. I could take the case.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
My liege, you know what this case calls for? A para-detective.
I am a paradetective.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend. Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I've returned from the void, a paradetective from a long line of paradetectives.
You're no paradetective. You look nothing like one. And you're clearly a drinker. Pardon me for being so blunt, but...
You look like one. The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook.
The spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing, so I have to drink.
How do you know all this?
I told you I come from a long line of
Here we go.
paradetectives. I am the Void Revenant. Now your word brought me here.
You're part Simonese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand of fate guides us.
Indeed.
But I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe?
Absolutely.
I can't allow any collateral damage to hit us. If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
On my
Thank
honor.
you, sir. There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Help me.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Yes.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Chimney? You mean the passage between heaven and hell, of course.
Yes, that chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there.
Okay.
Some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Okay. There we go.
Okay, but
Whoa,
please,
oops.
only a few questions. You wouldn't
I didn't
want to
mean to pick
disturb
that.
the spirits.
I clicked too many times. Yeah,
The
okay.
woman looks aloof.
Farewell. Book peddler.
You see a set of tattered... You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards.
Scary.
Your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
Okay, let's equip our flashlight just in case. We can't put down our garbage bag, so... Oh, that's cool how the flashlight works. Hair dryers.
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Open. We're a great paradetective. Sand is dripping. Leather and sweat. Cetius Fortis. Oh, Kim, yes.
What is this place?
Oh yeah, it is probably Artemetap's boxing club.
I think you're right, though it looks like no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Indeed.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Ooh. There's a reason no one's been here.
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do.
I guess.
Now let's move on, ship.
Come on. Oh, a ball! Yes. We need that.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard.
Look, Kim, it's a trap.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
That should be a felony.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Okay. Yeah, we're not strong enough to lift it, so let's not bother trying. Oh, what is this? 24-hour window, okay. I wonder if the entity is that woman I talked to on the phone. Strange liquid. What's a demijohn? That's true. Blue velvet. Okay, that makes sense. Production schedule filament memory. Okay, I don't know what that is.
Looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here.
I don't get it.
Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other.
Oh, okay. Yeah, which one's
That's
certain?
a good question. Reality is ruthless.
That's true. What's this?
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered
It's like
in
an elf.
scribbles, sketches, and schemes, like some ancient cave mural. Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there.
Look.
These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins, casting wax-based magic.
Oh.
Translucent welkins, with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins, hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space.
What?
You should adopt one of those welkins as your persona. No longer a mere man, but a welkin.
It's true.
One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however.
Examine.
It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Tworg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
One of them's a Welkin supremacist.
Mm-hmm. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
It is a great beard. It's like a Dwemer beard. Who are these creatures? Are they real?
This looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Project Dread.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
About the photos.
The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden.
Oil rigs.
Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, "The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe."
That is pretty scary.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Minimi stands for a mini-meeting. It's part of a bigger framework for managing work called RUN. Station 41 tried to implement it a few years ago, but failed.
What happened?
As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details."
I will.
The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: "Call in, tune out," "Wirral untethered," and "Heat death of the universe." The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, "The biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s.
I would love to play this. So let's look at the production schedule. Oh, we need a radio computer. Okay.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind?
But we are looking for a fridge, and we are pressed for time, so...
On the other hand, it's not that I'm not interested in abandoned radio computers. This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible
Should I turn on?
Maybe the body has stopped decomposing somehow. I don't know. You're in charge of this expedition, officer.
That's
You
true.
can always do it after the fridge.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh no, we need to go back in. There's like another hallway we didn't finish going through. Oh, there's the fridge.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red. The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy? This must be the fridge you were told about. Look inside. See if it's big enough for the corpse. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of
Why
a
are all these
refrigerator.
businesses still have power?
The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Look inside.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
What's big?
It's certainly an eccentric choice, but it is capacious and cold enough, too.
Your visual confirms you could fit 2 more bodies in the ice bear fridge.
Shall we go and get the body, then?
The
Yeah.
body is heavier than you expected and stinkier. It takes half an hour to get it down to the basement, then 10 more minutes to stuff it into the fridge. The lieutenant takes a step back to admire your handiwork.
Nice.
Beautiful. A dead body in an ice bear fridge. This is some of the best police work I've ever done.
You have created an ice bear sarcophagus.
Good. Behold, we have created an ice bear sarcophagus.
Talk of the ice bear sarcophagus must not leave this room.
Yeah, we're artists.
If I were an artist, this would certainly not be my vision. I would be much, much more conservative in my work.
He's right. His work would be much more formal.
At least we've stopped the body from decomposing further. Now you can conduct another inspection under controlled circumstances.
Sure.
Inside the icy realm of the ice bear fridge, the corpse stands slumped, waiting.
Look at him again.
You touch the dead man's body. His skin is cold, light blue and silvery in the light of the fridge. You still have no idea where to begin, or what to even do with him.
It'll come to you sooner or later. At least he's safe here until then.
Take the note.
You pocket the note, and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Look at the ice cream wrapper.
A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge, or the decomposing body in it. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. Even under this stench, you can feel it.
Now, why is the bear fridge
Good
here?
question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an unfortunate marketing choice.
I think that's an
What is
awesome
even
marketing
worse,
choice.
the bear is still costing them money to this day. The electricity bill must be catastrophic. On the other hand, it did help us with a certain corpse situation.
Indeed. Refrigerated meat is much better for coroner's work.
Cool. Ice cream maker. Okay, we'll look at that in a sec. Oh, this ice cream maker is still running.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Okay, let's leave that alone. Insane mesh tank top. Okay, we'll look back here. Two rusty rifles.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Look, there's a hole in the wall.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting.
Yeah, I'll look.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Inspect.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
Why would there be a rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Okay.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Well, that's pretty cool. What's this? Was that magnesium? Yes. Mag it up, baby.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
What is this furnace?
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used to heat the building. It's connected to the chimney.
Oh, okay.
No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice or several voices talking to each other. Near the smoke chamber, upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them.
What are you doing?
Interesting. Yeah, I can hear someone talk.
Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
Maybe it's the malignant entity.
You're right. The rooms do look like they're connected. But malignant entities don't exist. At least not the supernatural kind.
Always has to be the skeptic, this man. You muster all your strength and yell. Your dehydrated, hungover throat can produce little more than a dry croak. A lifetime of smoking and drinking will do that to you.
Indeed.
The chatter from the chimney continues on as before. You seem to have made no impression on whatever's up there. Then again, maybe it's worth actually trying something up there.
Maybe you should let your voice rest, officer. Try again later.
So, I think it's just a recording, right? That's what it sounded like when we were talking to that one phone line that actually picked up. It's not like someone was playing a recording. And it's just someone up there who's like watching movies. Maybe there's like an old theater up there or something. Can we open this door to make a little shortcut? Oh, okay, it's open. So yeah, we'll investigate upstairs, and then we need to talk to Joyce again before I forget. It's important. Can we use this
The
now?
dusty radio computer sleeps on its wired frame. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Yeah, let's put it in.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Play.
A bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum.
Bar
The
of
sound of
fabric.
static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks out, crackling and old, cutting into the air.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
What is the production
The
schedule?
filament you have inserted into the reader. That was a question. Have you inserted it into the core?
Yes.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Password. Of course it would have a password. That's why there's a human administrator involved.
Can you give me a hint?
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
It's the police.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for stress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to these filaments.
Okay.
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
Yeah, I don't know.
Received. I will register this login attempt.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Okay.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Cast the filament
Let's pick it back
slides
up
out
now.
of its. Your flashlight slides over and up. Some of the writing has faded with age, but the handwriting is only partly legible. But you could. The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says,
There's got to be something there, right? That's one of those things is the password. Okay, so there's the metal thing that she's hiding behind. The entity is hiding behind.
an iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. This must be where the entity lives.
Indeed.
This is directly above the central furnace in the cellar. The voices probably came from here.
Hello?
Again, your voice becomes a raspy croak mid-sentence. It's silent in the abandoned office building. No one answers you. Sire, may we suggest something? Think of the yelling into the furnace as a grand performance. Use your chest voice, not your head voice. Sing from the diaphragm. As before, this is directly above.
Okay, so maybe I need to yell in there again? Okay, let's try it. Which way?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black.
Thing from the diaphragm.
Another pathetic yelp sounds off into the vast. A lush layer of coal now covers your skin, sinking into the wrinkles. Your hands look ancient. A hollow ring echoes through the furnace. Your toe hurts.
Okay. And what do we have that can increase our physical instrument? This tank top. And what pants are we currently wearing? Logic and authority. Okay.
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace,
Even.
coloring
Okay.
it pitch black.
Really?
Another pathetic yelp sounds off into the vast darkness of the chimney. You're a little embarrassed you produced it.
Where's physical instrument? Was from thoughts -2. Oh, are my thoughts screwing this up? Okay, my wasteland of reality. Maybe we need to come back here. After I'm sober. I'm gonna go look at that wall again, that weird sketchy wall. Then go talk to Joyce. Oh, I need to give the bowl to Renee. So let's do that since he's relatively close. What's that purple that's coming out?
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Look closer.
The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone. They look pretty ancient.
Look, bullet holes.
Where?
It's ancient bullet holes.
There? Those are old.
Oh, okay.
We should focus on present crimes from the present century.
Don't get mayonnaise on the measuring tape.
You're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
The bull. Here's a ball.
What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for pétanque.
Now. No need to get angry again, René. I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez.
I did try.
Trying is worth as much as is accomplished. In this case, almost nothing. Fine. You try to right a wrong. It's still a gram better than actual nothing.
We can talk about this rifle.
It's a Bell McGrave. 4.46 caliber. Breech loading. Revachol made. Good weapon. Accurate and reliable.
His moves are quick and precise as he first checks the weapon, then aims it at the sea. This man knows firearms intimately.
This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty. Where did you find her?
In the basement.
I'm not surprised. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you. These BM-446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find.
Found a guard boot.
Yes. The Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and Money is tight.
And didn't see any of
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
Who's working your shift?
No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
Look, officers. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Wow. That's actually pretty cool. Oh boy. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now?
Who's this girl in this picture I took?
She is nobody. This is none of your concern, and I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Okay.
Yes, yes. Like I said, I would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Tell me about the statue.
Ah, yes! King Philip III on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
How should a true king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Yeah, okay.
Revachol would be a different place if more people realize that. We could still be the...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The Carabinier doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
Right.
Let's try this.
All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past and his old uniform. This is not uncommon.
This is the uniform of the Royal Carabiniers in service of Frissel I, Guillaume Le Lion, and the valiant King Philip V before him.
Don't you mean Frissel the Fan?
You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown. But he was our clown, ours to ridicule and to mourn.
There's something you missed. You will get to it. Don't.
Okay. Any more trash today? Let's look down here real quick. Okay, it's almost midday. We need to get to Joyce ASAP. I mean, Oh. Where did we have that thought thing? I missed it.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Conceptualization needs to be higher. Hey, lady.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Tell me about the strike.
Of course. Of course.
Don't tell her you've met Everard right away. There's time.
I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol.
Come on, try again.
Feelings will guide the way.
I assure you, it is no small matter for me either. We all share the responsibility for disarming this situation. I hope you have a badge for me as soon as possible.
You have so much, I only have this.
She's silent. The wind flaps the sail above her.
Officer. You know, I don't mean to sound cold, but if you want something, you have to give something back. More than just guilt.
You're doing it. Despite your own best efforts, you're still getting in. Somehow.
I need more
I'll be
magnesium.
frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something tangible. The Union is conducting drug trade out of the harbor. It's an open secret in Martinez. Surely it must not come as a complete surprise to the RCM either. Perhaps it's time to look into it.
Okay.
Or you can find your badge, which honestly seems like a lost cause.
A little bit.
Detective, a word in private before we continue.
Yeah, okay.
This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and, you know, not volunteer us to be her henchman.
I thought it was going well.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
We could find my badge.
Oh, that would be fantastic, but do we have the time? The world is large, and your badge is 8 by 6 centimeters.
The situation might have changed drastically by the time you locate it. Time is of the essence.
Okay.
You could request a new one from the station, but that would literally take months.
Should we not investigate drugs?
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate. Otherwise, she could claim we are siding with the Union, or that we are on their take. We'd never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done, and demand for her information on the lynching.
Okay. Okay. I'm good with that.
You're back. Good. What
Yeah.
can I help you with?
Tell me what you know.
It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Okay.
Yes, but you won't get anything out of Evrart and the Dock Workers Union. Still, every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbor into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
Raw ingredients, Terminal B from the Cimmerian Peninsula.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Okay.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now.
Yeah, I have.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperon.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Okay.
Yes? Excellent.
Sure.
It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I suspect the traffic jam won't disperse for a few more days. You should have the time you need. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way I'm...
Okay, no. Let's go do this since time is of the essence. Wait, what's in here? This is where Cindy is, right? Oh yeah, I need to get that magnesium. Let me save before I do anything. I need to mute that Discord channel. There we go. Save. Hey, lady.
Give me a moment.
Yeah. +1 to indirect modes of taxation? Wait, what? Super advanced shoes? Sure.
The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet?
Yeah.
Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world. Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal. Ultra liberal.
Okay, sure.
They're either a gateway drug or a booster pack to get you deeper into free market ideology.
Does free market equate to ultra liberal in this? It's kind of strange. Ooh. Okay, that is exactly what I needed.
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11.
No.
No reply. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise.
Well, we don't need the flashlight out.
This door has been closed with a pad. The shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud. It should be possible to enter now.
After you, detective.
I'm surprised he didn't complain that we had no reason to break in.
Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you?
It's my duty to investigate every square inch of this world.
Attaboy, the world's secrets were made for you.
Oh.
They wait patiently for you to uncover them.
Indeed. A white star. They do.
A plaster-cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads Kraz Mazov. Kraz Mazov, nom de guerre, was an economist and a theoretical historian. He was a leading figure in the Grad side of the turn-of-the-century revolution, where he headed the 9-day government. Mazov is considered
It says
the
11
father
day.
of scientific communism, Mazovian thought, or Mazovianism.
Scientific communism. Yeah, why is there a bust of this dude?
The White Star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting. I suspect that's exactly what they are trying to do.
That's true.
There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Interesting. So that didn't really give us any new information. Sorry. What was in this box? Nice.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
What can you tell me about that missing armor?
What do I care about some fucking tin eggshells?
His armor's art for the body.
Ugh, alright. Sad piggy. I'll give you this one. I saw a little girl in the fishing village running around with military-grade handwear. Looked cute as hell. If you haven't been there, the village is a shithole down the coast from the main plaza. Have a good time. Piggy, I have no idea why I just told you that. You look like a shaggy dog left in the rain for too long. I have a weakness for animals.
What are you doing to that wall?
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural. I haven't really started it yet. Yeah?
I love public art.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite.
Later, Cindy.
Why does art inspire you so much?
What is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined. Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes, disheveled and prophetic.
And pretty
Perhaps
critical.
you should try to critique architecture too. Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Sure.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Okay, let's do that. Wait, does it cost a skill point to forget a skill as well? Oh Okay, I guess we're better just unlocking then. Confirm. Oh, we'll like Kim better if we... Sure, let's learn that. Yeah, I want that. Okay. Cool. Oh, I should check what other white checks I have open right now. Blue. What's that blue? Oh, that's a lot of money. Stealing all of her wealth. Because I'm Hubu Cop. Why doesn't Kim complain when I steal stuff? Okay, we don't have to go up to that other balcony till after some time. Yeah, till after 9. The entity. Okay, cool. Oh, no, 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 not this way. Oh, wait, what is this? Why is it blue? What's Half-Light? Let the body take control of red. This is stealing. I don't want to do that. Joyce. We have a volition with Joyce? We did, didn't we? Ah, jeez. How much of our dialogue will I have to get through to get to that?
Good. What can I help you with? That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question. Better not tie the forestay to the backstay on this. I hope there is some...
There was a touch of discomfort there.
The Pines, and that is...
The Wild Pines Group.
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more... Yes, past a certain... A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops, they start. Centuries of care,
She nods.
What would you like to know? Officer.
The Crown's her nonchalance might be related to something called
The boat, my sloop?
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder.
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou.
Technically, the neighboring Ozone and Fas Alamer island groups are archipelagos, while La Cayenne, by contrast, is a single fertile landmass, the 4th largest island in the world.
Okay, if you want to get technical, the point is we're all on islands here, and sail is still the most expedient way to get from one island to another, especially when you're in a hurry to resolve a strike.
I haven't seen anyone else
haven't
say
seen
that.
anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Kenema motor carriage either.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol and pursuit vehicle. It's for crossing long distances in the greater Ravachol industrial harbor. It's not a toy.
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol, between the city and the islands.
You need to make this lady admit she's only riding around on this boat because she's rich.
Yeah.
You have the guns and the ammo. Take this Clausen fiend down.
Clausen fiend.
Oh my. The E word. You mean to say that it's a symbol of conspicuous consumption? That I'm a member of the ruling class?
Detective, may I remind you that Mrs. Messier is a professional negotiator?
Yeah.
Then what does that say? Does it say docking reserved for residents of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A? 33A? This old proletarian haunt here? As I said, plenty of people drive boats, of all social strata.
Let's try this. Damn.
She takes a sip.
Okay.
Any moment.
Nothing happens for quite a while. It doesn't.
My, it's as if there's a tiny spinner on the side of his head and he's reeling thoughts out.
That's how it works, right?
Except he isn't.
Lieutenant, I truly don't understand what is happening here.
I told you his methods are unconventional.
What were we talking about
It
anyway?
was quite a while ago, but I think, yes, we're good. Oh.
The lieutenant looks at you, and you can swear his jaw muscle is trembling.
Unconventional police officers sometimes lose their guns. They then go around and tell people about this to gauge their reactions. It's all part of detecting.
Yep.
Incredible.
I am detecting.
Simply incredible. And how is it going? Has this detecting produced a gun?
Almost.
Did he now? Well, then it should be any day now. Unless, of course, he's lying to you. Anyway, was there anything else you've heard?
Perhaps he is.
Of course, Detective. You can all...
Where's
Until
this
you come up
volition
with
check?
something at that intersection. I'm afraid I have little else to tell you.
She simply nods.
I don't know.
Hey. Psst. Psst. Hey, yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building communism again.
Again?
Yes, you're ready to start building communism again. You've built it before. They've built it before. Hasn't really worked out yet. But neither has love. Should we just stop building love, too?
We should all stop building love.
This conversation isn't really about love. Try to keep up, okay? This is about the communism you've promised to build. Word on the street is it's going to be 10,000 times larger than any communism previously attempted. Is that true? You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs. That kind of stuff.
I haven't said anything like that.
Oh yes, the mask of ambivalence. Don't deny it. You're about to rip it off and reveal the monstrous seven-eyed lamb of global communism that would devour and masticate mankind. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism builder? Or do we get right down to it?
What is communism?
Failure. It's about failure. Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat on all fronts. Absolutely vanquished, beaten, curb-stomped and pissed on. Until you came along. You will reverse the fortune of the workers of the world.
That doesn't really sell it to me.
You alone, against every living thing, against every human alive. 800 trillion real in the hands of an impossibly well-organized ruling class. Towering city blocks of bankmen who have the ears of prime ministers. Million-headed armies of nations and the love of your own mother. You against the atom, the charm and the spin. Where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human will. Human will failed to get out of bed and tie its laces. You alone, single-handedly, will rebuild the dreams of the working class. You are the last communist. Now get to work, comrade.
Sure.
Oh yeah. Get the firing squads and the animal wagons ready.
Well, I don't think we're going to actually internalize that, but it's fun to have the option. Let's see what else is in here. We haven't talked to you in a while.
Trying to sneak up on me?
Yeah. Oh, oops. Okay, I guess let's go to the harbor. Oh no, let's go to the roundabout. Oh, maybe we can see if we can cross the water lock? There's just too much to do. And it's already 1 p.m. Oh. Wait, who are these guys? Oh yeah.
G'day to you, officers.
Oh, I want some
Sure
salami
thing.
again.
Want some too, officer?
Yeah,
Why not?
baby.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle. This panel usually closes the waterlock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Huh. Butter sign down. I mean, we can try, right? What's the harm?
A rusting control. This panel, you pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then nothing happens.
Okay.
A
fair
spring
enough.
brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the waterlock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
Once Wednesday morning. Day 2, is that Tuesday? Or what is it?
There's a pile.
You like sunglasses, officer? I've got the latest styles right here.
Let's try it.
These are all boring. Boring third-rate ho-hum sunglasses made of cheap Syrahese plastic. The kind of plastic that melts in the sun. Those UV stickers are almost certainly just there for the show. If anything, these lenses probably direct more UV light into your pupils. A UV magnifier.
These are all first-rate sunglasses. Premium design, super material, very cool.
Let's try
UV
again.
resistant.
No luck. All you find is this lime-colored cellophane visor, produced by a bargain sportswear brand called Amphibian, apparently.
Oh, that visor is perfect for you, officer. It'll definitely keep the sun out of your eyes while you're shooting criminals. Bang, bang! And all for a mere 6 real.
Hey, at least it might actually offer some protection against the sun.
You don't like it? Sure, Square Joe. No problem. Let's get you some real shades.
Let's see. Do we have anything to increase our sexualization? Oh, that's our coat. Okay. Now we are very good at conceptualizing.
Shine on these sunglasses
still locked
lasts a
up.
lifetime, officer. One.
Damn it. Okay, so I need to change my clothes before I put them... Before I try skill checks. Oh, what's in here?
There are clothes inside. Cheap,
Don't be shy. These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics, best retro design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
save the economy. That sounds off.
That's
You
proud.
find your hands deep in tattered and faded garments made from weird polyester blends that make your body itch and sweat in all the wrong places.
Economical, but also trendy. Look first-hand, buy second-hand.
Let's try
Keep
again.
the economy moving.
Something cold grazes your hand. Synthetic and sleek. A windbreaker. Surf, it says, but also wind, summer, 100% waterproof, and sport. All in different typefaces.
Good choice, officer. Mega sporty. And it's only $4.50 for you, sir.
Sure.
Gotta prepare for springtime, right?
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Interesting. Let's keep this on. I like having the shivers. Logic. You want logic or conceptualization? Or drama? Oh, a mesh tank top? It is perfect, isn't it? Okay, let's wear this. Astonishing quality. Unbelievable prices. Hey, you. Yeah, you.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Yeah, what are you hauling anyways?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
That's your machine?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6?
Is that an A6?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
Nothing illegal?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Care to spare me some change?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
Who's they?
The bosses, man.
That sounds like a good arrangement for
Yeah,
them.
it sure ain't good for me. Or you. I'd spare a coin or two for a city cop down in his luck. If I had, say, 4 myself.
Okay. Fair enough. Hey, lady.
Lowman, you caught me at an opportune moment. This awful weather keeps me awake. You can entertain me with your questions.
What are you hauling?
Diamonds? Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
What are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
What if it's contraband?
Then it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Bad Hand, Hermenegildos' bad hand, strangled 300 people. What can I say? Some people just really like strangling people.
You sound like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
Where can I get my hands on an experience?
If you don't know,
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
Okay.
who the fuck is Irad?
Oh.
Ah, and what do I care about the union boss? He's no Gabriel, he's no Franco Negro, he's not even Hermenegildo the Hound.
Damn it.
Maybe, probably not. Makes no difference to me either way. Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat, on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Lowman?
Drugs?
No, Lowman, diamonds.
So who is smuggling drugs?
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Okay.
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the futures of this world. It's a good palate cleanser, this jamboree. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah, let's look in here again.
A lorry stuck in the windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin.
Yeah, so
The
what was in here
driver
again?
has adorned his space with a substantial... It is the seal of Royalist-era Revachol.
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Alright. It's you, right? It's definitely going to be you.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
I know you're a scab. It's not you.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
What about the Hardy Boys?
Los Ardis? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
Okay. So what about you, man?
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Why aren't you with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
You pick up on something artificial in his tone, like he's putting on an act. This is unlike him. He is usually more himself.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the Union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Semines. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman. Fine.
A female
They
vagrant.
have recently fallen under the influence of a possibly sexually perverted female vagrant and a narcotics peddler. It's shameful.
It's a female driver.
Find out for yourself. Endomorphic blob.
Interesting.
Huh.
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that. Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront International Capital, which is something your race naivistic communists never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I'm individualist, though.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
Actually, disco.
Offshoots of the Semines people invented disco while having sex under the influence of cocaine. It is a shame upon my race. But what is done is done. I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Semines race.
Wonderful.
Meshhead stoically looks to the distance, in silence.
What do you think about all this, Kim?
I think this racist is better than the last. But the next racist will be the really good one.
That will be the...
There always is.
Race is reality.
Jeez. Let's tell Everard that we did his stupid job. How much longer before we internalize this stuff? Oh, okay, very cool. Almost 40% done with sobering. get down there? Interesting.
This is the night watchman's booth. A rusting control panel with several knobs. 2 buttons marked Marsh and Arrête are faded with use. It seems to control the large crane above. A container is attached to its hook block. Marsh. On. Arrête. Off. With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Oh, okay. That's gonna give us a new path somehow? Whoa.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Okay.
The rusty control panel grows warm to the touch, then grows cold. It is finished.
I can't see how that was worth the ruckus, except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
It was satisfying, wasn't it? And now we can look in here.
Before you stands a cargo container, just one of many in the yard.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
It is, it is.
You do? Because I don't.
Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It's hanging from the crane.
You just picked one out because you wanted to interact with a cargo container.
It's true.
We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
No reply. You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement. Why are you even trying to open a door with rhetoric?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why are you what? Are you satisfied, detective?
For now. You don't know. We're gonna find out what's in there. Give me my pry bar.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer you attempt to turn to your left. The lieutenant considers your actions.
Wait, so is that container... That container we can walk on? Not really. Ultra Series gloves. What gloves am I wearing? Oh, yeah, to interfacing. Those are much cooler. Oh, who are you?
Container, container, I'll turn you nice and red. Container, container, put the logos on.
The lyrics to this container song are being made up as he goes along.
That's fine.
The accent is so thick, it's impossible not to notice he's Ubi, from the vanishing peninsula of Ubisund on Muindi.
Container, container, used to be Wild Pines. Container, container, now belongs to Everard.
Hello.
Everard, 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 he looks after everyone. Huh? Well, hey there. How can I help you, mister? I see you are not a union man, mister. Did you get lost? You're not one of them scabs, are you?
Nope.
I mean, I don't personally mind. Folks is just folks, you know, and folks gotta eat.
That's true.
Just some of the other guys don't look too kindly on the scabbing kind, if you know what I mean, mister.
You're Ubi?
Oh, yes. Born and raised in
Oh, okay.
Arish, mister. Mum had to leave my dad after he got a bit violent. Took us here to the new world. I was about 10 then. Too old to lose my accent then. People say us Ubis are up to all sorts of trouble with sheep and other animals and whatnot.
You know it.
I just want you to know there was never any of that where I come from. No, sir. Those are just nasty rumors.
Thank you for clarifying that, sir.
Oh, yeah, what's in that container?
Oh, that one. That should be empty as far as I know. Lots of containers here have nothing in them. They're just waiting to be loaded up.
Told you.
Did you write a note?
Oh, yes, yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good at keeping things in no more. I almost forgot about the borscht.
What about the whirling borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht to the men every day since the strike started. It's very, very good. Makes a man feel so warm and happy. I feel like I could take on Mr. Renadan's boar dogs every time the lunch is done.
Interesting.
Yes, yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Who makes it?
Oh, the whirling's cook. He makes it. Them is always talking with Mr. Manana in that weird language and laughing together. He doesn't speak what we speak. He's from Grad.
Okay.
Oh, sure, mister. Sure. You do that. Yes, sir.
Where's everyone?
Oh, most of the guys are down at the gates, keeping the scabs from coming in. We're on a strike. The whole union is. You don't have to work when you're on strike. Ha! We haven't worked for 2 months now.
Jeez.
So no one is working?
Not everyone is down there, of course. Mr. Evrard is in his office, where he always is. And Jean-Luc is guarding the gate. But Titus and his boys got into some drunken trouble and Evrard sent them on a nice vacation. For a week or so.
Interesting. What kind of trouble?
Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. That's union business. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much and got into a fight or something. I heard Mr. Everett telling them to take some time off.
Interesting.
Sure, sure. How can I help you?
So what are you doing?
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. So it's easier for the crane operators to spot them.
Let's try and logic this.
Everything is so pretty and red. You and Leo look like brothers as you glance around with similar childlike wonder.
Jeez.
Sure is, mister. Sure is. Really livens up the place. Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah,
I hate to break this bonding moment, but the red containers mean they are replacing the company livery with the union livery, which means this strike isn't gonna stop anytime soon.
Bye now.
Actual art degree.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Trite, contrived, mediocre, milquetoast, amateurish, infantile, cliché and gonorrhea-ridden peon to conformism. I fucked me. Affront to humanity. War crime. Should literally be tried for war crimes. Resolutely shit.
Oh, this is
lacking
actually super
in
useful.
imagination.
Such as in passes
Uninformed
Yumi?
reimagining of lip-wristed, premature, ill-informed attempt at talentless fuckfest, recidivistic shit peddler, pedantic, listless, savagely boring, just one repulsive laugh after another.
Interesting. Well, I don't have a skill point right now. Hello, Everett.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you've already sat on that chair.
Sure. What's in the container outside?
My dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
It's special.
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way to go about opening the container. You should at least try convincing it.
Sure.
I'm very glad to hear that, Harry. One question. You didn't actually happen to stumble in and see what's inside the apartment, did you?
Nope.
He's trying to figure out if you're lying.
You're right, Harry. You only had to unlock the door, which you did. So we're all good here.
He was testing you, and you succeeded.
Now let's get down to brass tacks. It's time for men like me and you to figure out who's killed who and why. Real police work is gonna start happening now. I promise you, Harry, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, okay. Tell me what you know, man.
By now, I'm sure you've figured out who the dead man was working for. The bad guys. Wild Pines. Sent to scare us. Another violent measure of the top hats against us flatcaps. Harry, this strike is the culmination of many, many mistakes made by the Wild Pines group. They tried to shut the strike down by sending in armed mercenaries.
You mean our victim?
A security contractor? Can you imagine that? Workers standing in peaceful protest, united in the spirit of fellowship, and they send hired killers to mow us down with machine gun fire?
I don't know. Wasn't any machine gun fire as far as I can tell.
I'm talking beasts. Hardened killers from proxy wars in Yisut, Semenine, Saramaritsa, you name it, they've done it. Raping, killing, burning villages, killing little children for the Senorita Pineapple Company, Harry. Everything they did there, they brought over here. They want to turn Revachol into a third world slum. Honestly, the only thing they didn't do is kill the village elephant.
Village elephant?
No, Harry, the elephant is metaphorical, and so is the village. But the mercs and their brutality are very real. Now, I haven't personally witnessed the brutalities out there. I have the luxury of staying in my container, you see. If I need to go somewhere, they just move my container.
What?
Yes, I'm an old man, Harry. My legs aren't what they used to be. They lift my office with that big crane. It's actually very fun. You should try it.
I will.
But enough about me and my fun container. The killers the company hired, I think there were 3 of them, all hardened commando types. One of them got downright suicidal, getting drunk, violent, a little rapey. Even their own negotiator couldn't control him. That's your boy, the one who likes hanging out and trees.
By negotiator, you mean Joyce?
Harry, what you need to realize is, we dock workers are not pushovers. We got grit, Harry. This whole neighborhood does. Push us hard enough and we push back. And when we do, we push to kill.
Okay.
Potentially, Harry, potentially. We got arm wrestling champions, rowing club people, ex-coal miners, tough guys, all ready to spring into action for their home base. There's a militant wing inside the Union. A group of people whose duties don't involve manual labor, but peacekeeping in the neighborhood, making sure everything runs smoothly.
That sounds a bit like organized crime.
It does.
They're like you guys. Idealistic people who want to make sure bad things don't happen. And if they already have, well, punishment must follow.
Again, that sounds like organized crime.
So these idealists killed our victim?
One day Titus Hardy, leader of this peacekeeping faction, comes up to me and says, "Boss, socialist democratic fervor drove us to take it upon ourselves to kill this beast that was burdening the land."
Whoa.
He probably worded it differently, but that was the idea. Sure sounded to me like they killed him. I gave them 2 weeks paid leave and told them to lay low to avoid retaliation.
Aren't you worried we might arrest them for this?
Oh, I'm not at all worried about that. These are not the kind of men who get arrested. They're Martinez boys, tough and gritty. I'd like to see the man who takes them in. Besides, I sent my lawyer girl to look after them.
Okay. Tell me about these Hardys.
Oh, they are simply fine young men, all 7 of them. Exemplary union members, always working to advance their position in the local socialist democratic movement. Core members. Old Theo used to run them, but things really kicked into gear when Titus took the reins and named the group after himself. Gotta love his initiative.
Interesting. Who's second in command?
They're almost all of them great guys, born leaders. Whatever happened, I'm sure they only had the best interests of Martinez and Revachol in mind. Work with them. Hell, interview them. But don't fight them. They really are just like you. Men who like beer, women, and some order on the streets.
How do you know the mercenaries were hired by a shipping company?
How do I know? Let me tell you about these people. That's their MO. It's what they do. Last winter, some poor workers in Terminal E went on a little strike. The company sent in Sediment, a security contractor. The strike was over the workers' right to wear protective footwear, Harry. These guys turn up and start beating people. Tell you what, Harry, I wouldn't be surprised if we got the same mercenary company, after a little rebranding. And I'm sure as hell not surprised to see an army of scabs under my gates.
So you believe the scabs were organized by the security contractor?
You said it. Hell, one of those guys looks big enough to take down that proverbial
Oh, that's
elephant.
true.
Boys like that don't just happen to show up during strikes. Of course, you're always one step ahead of me, Harry. I'm no genius. I'm in this position because people like me. Oh, Liz is a bright one. I paid for that law degree myself, thinking it'll probably turn her all fancy. But hell, Harry, she came back a firebrand socialist. Sometimes she scares me with her zeal.
Wait, the girl by the whirling, who was keeping an eye on you.
Yes.
Is he talking about her?
Yes.
Oh, and she also really likes gardening, I hear. In March? Strange. Anyway, let's move on. But of course, it's the least I can do for my good friend Harry. I'll do it right after we've concluded this talk.
You can now go and tell Titus about this. See what he has to say.
I will.
Also, Harry, here's 5 real.
Why?
I'm not giving you anything. I'm just holding out 5 real.
Sure.
The lieutenant watches you pocket the banknote. He looks a little puzzled.
I'm a little
Good boy.
puzzled.
A real team player. Now, do you have any more questions?
Nope.
Was it a good talk? I'm not sure we made much headway here. I was hoping we'd bust the case wide open. Heck, I even wanted to tell you what I really want to achieve with the strike.
What is
I
it?
don't know what happened, Harry. I wanted you to feel like Mr. Martinez. And of course, I also wanted you to find your gun. But it's like I can't completely trust you. Yet. Yes, Harry. It's like I can't fully trust you if you're not a man of the left. I want to, but I just can't.
A man of the left. So you have to be a social democrat.
You're right not to trust me. I take care of me. I'm a hustler. I grind. I'm a money engineer.
Perfect, Harry. That's perfect. My version of the left is not against the companies. It's with the companies. Honestly, what I have in mind is a business proposal. A left-wing business proposal, but still...
And what would this entail?
Once again, I require nothing unethical or illegal of you. You just need to get 2 little signatures on this piece of paper, and then mail it to my accountant in La Delta.
What are the signatures?
I'm glad you asked, Harry. The Union is going to build a modern youth centre in Martinez. It will be righteous. We're gonna get those teenagers off drugs and on roller skates. There's a nameless little street on the coast with some old houses around it. Most people have already signed.
Interesting.
I just need 2 more signatures to get this mission off the ground, Harry.
What happened to the current occupants?
They are just gonna have to deal with the construction noise for 6 months, and then they'll be living like kings. Right next to a fancy new youth centre designed by the best architects from Stella Marie.
Is he absolutely sure the tenants won't be thrown out in the street?
Yeah, are you sure?
Am I? Harry, these people, Martinez is the most important thing in my life. I would never let anything bad happen to them. We're gonna build a youth centre there. The value of their properties goes up and kids have a place to play in. I'm looking out for these people, not pulling the rug from under them, Harry. I'm looking out for all of Martinez, not just the harbour.
Where is this place?
On the coast, Harry, across the canal. There's a cul-de-sac there, a little village they're calling it. A gloomy place. You'll find it. I trust your detective skills, Harry.
You're already pretty deep into this. What's a little more? No one can see you here in Martinez.
What do you think, Cam?
It depends. I don't think what we just got from Mr. Clare was very useful.
As I said, it weighs on me heavily. But once we get really talking, well, I'm gonna hand you the keys to Martinez, and maybe even help you figure out who's behind this killing.
He's saying as little as possible, as vaguely as he can, deliberately omitting things.
I'm doing all the quests, though.
You bring joy to my heart, Harry. Such a pleasure to be working with you. Here. You need to get signatures from Isabel Sadie and Lillian Carter. The cul-de-sac is right past the pawn shop and across the canal. I hear there is some trouble with the water lock, but they should fix it by Wednesday morning. Once you have the signatures, mail this to 13022 La Rocca in La Delta. Then I know we can do business together.
Okay.
See you soon, Debardeur. Just kidding, but not too much.
Law. Oh, yeah, we never looked at the
written
note.
with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sully Swaff.
I know where the frozen ice cream maker is.
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker box?
I did. What's a filament
It
memory?
belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape. You listen to disco tapes, right? It's like one of your disco tapes, only for a computer.
It's like the production schedule you found. Only this one's an off-site copy.
Okay.
Someone who owns a radio computer? My guess is as good as yours, officer.
Which is to say, not very good.
Okay.
You take the legal documents out of the envelope, a 12 to 40 month construction period, and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Okay, let's wear our best logic clothing. Let's see, make sure none of these give us minus to logic. Okay. Now let's look at this thing.
You Take the legal documents out of the envelope. A 12 to 40-month construction period and the zoning plan in the addendum.
Let's look at it first.
The youth center cuts into the ocean like the bow of some great modern ship. Apparently, it's going to cover most, if not all, of the street and the square between the existing houses. It's 3 stories tall. It's going to be awfully close to the already existing buildings, almost wall to wall, practically integrating them into the youth center.
That's strange.
I'm no property lawyer, but it looks fine. I like the print size. They're not selling or leasing anything. It's not a perfect solution, but...
How else are you going to build something? It's always inconvenient to build things, and citizens inevitably have disagreements over such construction projects. But there's no other way.
Let's try and find a loophole.
There is no loophole.
Oh.
The simple truth is, the current residents are going to lose their street access, and for the next 12 to 40 months, their lives will be dominated by constant construction noise right next door. Once the construction starts, it'll probably take a few months, a year maybe, for even the most stubborn occupants to get tired of living like this. After that, they'll sell their property for cheap and move out.
Yeah, I don't know if we can
I
do
should
it
have
like that.
seen it. Evrard probably has eyes on us, but we could try to get other people to sign this instead of those listed. Or you could forge their signatures yourself. By the time he finds out, we'll already be gone. However, we'll need access to the coast before we do anything. Evrard won't believe you got villager signatures if you can't even get to the village. You can try a forgery as soon as we can cross the waterlock.
I don't know if I want to. Maybe I'll try and get them to sign it for you a little bit. So let's go back to that ice cream maker. Okay. Why am I lost already? Oh, that's fine.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly. No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's...
Huh. There has to be something interesting in there. How we're doing on our sobering? 43%. Jeez. Okay. Tell me about the borscht.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Okay, I'm not going to tell anyone else about those other mugs.
to work!
Who are
Right.
all these?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do! We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
The physically impressive man tower has turned his attention back to the gates.
Okay.
A lorry stuck in the windows are clear. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Oh, okay. Is that your
Looking
car?
for something?
What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
Why not?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Mirizza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector. They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow. It's racial sabotage, racial economic sabotage.
Want to make Al Ghul there too?
I don't go for that foreign piss. Proper booze is made in Mundi. Or sometimes, I like a dram of that Yugograd vodka. Koikos and worse much, but they do no booze.
So we get those drugs off the street, right?
He eyes you wearily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then,
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. It's those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
Ass cancer.
there was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved this country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his lock and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it. Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
If they were getting drunk inside the whirling in rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
That's true.
What? Aren't we allowed to say that he's a kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road to science, man.
Then who's running the drugs?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang. That beady-eyed South Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well. He's a Samaran guy who likes to pretend he's some kind of businessman. Really, he's just selling his employer stuff. Stuff he stole after he broke the seals on his Humanox lorry. Just follow the smell. It smells like apricot and oil when you're nearby.
Sure.
Yes, yes. Where is he?
Looks like I offended your partner there. Too bad. Sealang's usually a little bit south of here, near the canal. You can't miss him.
I bought my
Just
shirt from him.
watch yourselves. His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right. 100%.
I wouldn't be so sure about it. Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
Alright.
Guess so.
I mean, you talk to Gart's cook. Are you Sealang? Oh, what's...
You see two lowly, defeated speakers, thralls, slaves basically, perched atop them like conquerors surveying the land. A pair of found, durable wear sneakers, ultra serious.
I can see you've a taste for luxury, officer. Can't keep your eyes off those sneakers?
Inspect the speakers.
These once respectable speakers have been conquered, reduced to a mere prop by the indomitable found ultras atop them. A small heat emboss on the veneer reads, "Solidarity aid from the People's Republic of Samara." The speakers themselves don't seem to display any magical qualities.
No, don't look at the speakers, officer. Look at the sneakers. The sneakers are the stars here.
Poor little speakers.
No, don't pity them, officer. These are old Samaran garbage. Don't even look at them. Check out these super cool, fun ultras instead.
Samaran trash? That sounds like they're from the Samaran People's Republic, produced under the dictatorship of the proletariat.
What if I want to buy the sad conquered speakers?
No way, officer. These aren't for sale. They're bad speakers. Low-fi socialist junk.
But I need some speakers.
Well, if you want them... But see, they are the pedestal for my sneakers. If I let go of the speakers, where will the sneakers go? I can't leave premium lifestyle sneakers on the ground. If, on the other hand, you wanted to buy the sneakers too, I could maybe throw in the speakers for little extra. 50 cents?
Damn, so you have to buy the sneakers first. A pair of found ultras. The design is impossibly sleek and simple. A futuristic silhouette with a sleek monochrome colorway, a jet black upper, and a silver-lined midsole. Dedicated, victorious, sporty. These found sneakers are a must-have for a track and field legend.
Those sneakers, mister. Those sneakers are the latest found sneakers. Super air, super fine, super cool. Only 50 real.
Only? That's madness.
That is
Found
madness.
Ultra. We're the future. You remember the slogan from some magazine?
Damn.
You see a Samaran street vendor surrounded by a motley assemblage of goods. When he realizes you're looking at him, his face breaks into a wide, welcoming grin. The name Sileng is embroidered over his breast pocket.
Happy shopping, officer. Everything's cool here.
What's cool?
Everything's cool. The goods are cool. The customers are cool. The place is cool. And one more thing, officer.
I'm cool.
You're very cool. Bang, 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 bang.
Well,
you're right, officer. 100%. No playing around then. Strictly business. Maybe I can interest you in some premium menswear instead. Drugs? I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives. Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, drugs are excellent. Mwah. Tasty, tasty drugs. That's so cool. You investigating the local drug trade like some cool narc? But I am not a lorry driver. I am just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells it with such conviction. We'd believe him if we didn't know better.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right? I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me. Because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does. He's a hater.
So you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder, and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too. A little. But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
Okay, what do you know?
Nothing. I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd? You know, the drug crowd?
No, he wasn't talking about an abstract crowd. It was that crowd.
If you don't know, then I guess I could always tell you.
No use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there. After we've called his boss.
Ooh.
Okay, look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get me into this mess. I spent 15 years working my way up.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it.
Yeah, give us a reason to move on.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver. You're better off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
Yes. It's definitely not the old woman.
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that. All of them. I don't know. I told you all I know. Are we cool now? I really want us to be cool now.
Yeah, we're
Who
cool.
exactly is talking about this lady driver of yours? The racist or the other one with the tattoos?
All of them. Even the ones who've left. I don't hang out with them. I don't remember who has tattoos.
Okay.
All right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detectives. Both of you. You deserve it.
I'll look around. Let's look at those glasses again, actually.
Shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer. 100% guaranteed.
This is cute, and it's pretty
Sporty
cute.
and practical, officer. Good choice.
Abort. These are hideous. What's more, they don't even fit your face. You can feel them pinching your nose and chafing against your brow.
Damn, officer. You look like a mega secret spy. Very secret. They're practically made for you. I'll let you have them for 2 real and 50 cents.
No, you are definitely not buying those. No, I can't. We can't walk around with you looking like this. Okay, fine. Go ahead. If you want to look like a walking midlife crisis, then who am I to interfere?
Let's get
A good starter pair, officer. And when you're ready to upgrade, come back and see me.
Whoa. Wait, are there more things in here?
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes, keep saving that economy. Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco. Very cool.
Very cool. Al Ghul. You, tell me about the lady driver.
Still here. Stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up? I don't want to talk about that.
What is it?
Man, I was hoping she'd catch a break. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some mastermind evildoer. And I don't know where she is.
She probably has my gun. What does she look like?
A youngish woman. Gruff, but in a cool way.
What color hair?
Blue and violet. Dyed. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she went.
Then she may have dyed it again.
What's her name?
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too. Now I see why.
Again, not a lie as far as you can tell.
A friend? An acquaintance. I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay?
Yeah, that's fair
Damn,
enough.
I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she did, it can't be that bad. She's not a bad person, I know that much.
We can't just let it go. It's part of a police investigation.
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl's troubled. If you hunt her down, she may not survive it. I can't have that on my conscience.
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you.
How's she troubled?
She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared this with you?
Yes. Which is why I don't want to snitch on her.
Yeah, just
It's
a few
snitching, man.
questions.
I know what it is.
Okay.
I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her. More like for her.
Did this violent life include drug trafficking?
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind.
Mind?
The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her.
What kind of trouble?
Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were afraid of her. They'd be more than happy to rat her out.
He's right. There are other options. The raceman, for one. The grey-haired woman. Maybe she knows something. Wait, this guy says they're friends. Then, acquaintances. And he's okay with others ratting her out.
Fine.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't want to be a butcher. And I don't want to be a knight either. I just want to be a person who can sleep at night. A little fame wouldn't hurt, too.
Okay,
Thank
fair
you,
enough.
friend.
Yeah, you've been real nice, actually.
Aces high. For the rest of the world, the Aces High is just a cool Revachol thing, politically neutral. In Revachol, it still holds revolutionary connotations. Also, have you looked at Lieutenant Kitsuragi's clothes? He wears a bomber jacket, just like the ones worn by aerostatic brigades, and those cargo pants could store tools for hotfixing your aerostatic. Maybe you should ask him about this.
Okay. Well, let's ask him.
Yes?
I want to talk about you.
What about me?
Revolutionary Air Brigade jacket.
What? This? It's just seasonal clothing. Where is this going?
I have this place in my head where I develop new ideas and connections.
Interesting. I think it's called the brain.
No, it's called a thought cabinet.
It's no mere brain.
It's more than that, but anyway.
Anyway. I do not have a thing with revolutionary air brigades in particular.
Just air brigades.
Okay, I wanted to become an aerostatic pilot. Then I turned 10 and realized we no longer have an air force.
Are you sure?
Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Good.
Interesting.
Good. Let's change the subject.
Okay, Raceman. Tell me what you know about Lady Driver, please.
Looking for something?
Where's the Lady Driver?
I don't know what you're talking about.
And why are you smirking?
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
Just tell me.
You're all bark and no bite. The real dogs are up in Jamrock. Everyone knows that.
You mean La Puta Madre?
A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions.
Not just the unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this.
Yes, be cool.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is.
He's surprisingly good at this.
That's real smart.
Not bad at all. Look at him lurching.
It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the Lorryman and Carter's Guild.
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod.
We gotta try it.
The main thing is to not overdo it, even when you're trying to scare someone. The most important thing is, how does it look on your resume?
Yeah.
And, of course, what social sensibilities you're bringing to the table. Remain sensitive. People are watching.
What? What do you think we're doing right now, Runt? We're outside, talking.
That's true, actually.
There's some kind of homo thing? Make me, Runt.
Let's just go and ask Tommy, alright?
Damn it. Oh well. I think we haven't gotten many of these side quests done. Oh yeah, hey. What's up, man?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
True. Everett said you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
Pretty much.
And what's gonna happen if we don't?
You gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature.
Yeah, I heard him. The fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
But having Everard back you up like that did seem to have some effect.
Where's the extra Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us and we're all here. Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be?
No, not the gardener.
Elizabeth?
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
It has to be good if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too.
The lieutenant's just looking at the frickin' door.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about this. This is a private Hardy Boys matter. Nothing to do with your shit. End. You're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head. I'm watching you.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy.
Yeah. What do you know about this borscht?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
What's that borscht you're making?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question. He doesn't know your language. You can just say something cool in return.
Mercury rising.
Borscht need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Yeah.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
Oh. Oh man, which of these? So if they have too much vodka, they might get some loose lips. But if we cut the vodka, I don't know. Ornery, angry people make mistakes more. Damn. I don't know what to do. Cut it.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
Friends with Manana?
The mention of mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again.
Well. Okay. I'll have another skill point so we can learn a new thing. Unlock. Confirm. Jamrock Shuffle. White Morning. We got this one first. Honestly, none of them sound like super cool right now. So hopefully tomorrow, with no vodka, something interesting will happen. I have to go make dinner. Okay. We'll say that for next Tuesday. Confirmed. Alright. Thanks for chilling.